So recently Figma have added so many updates related to dark mode, alignment, auto layout, and there are so much more things. So in this video we are going to discover all of that update. So stay tuned till the very end to bring full value out of it. So let's get started with this video without wasting any kind of your time. So the first update in our list is probably the most awaited feature of Figma, which is dark mode. Yes, finally Figma has its own dark mode, which we are requesting from such a long time to Figma, like hey, please include dark mode in Figma. All of other applications like Illustrator, Photoshop are having it, but Figma wasn't having it. But now it's not the case because currently we are also having dark mode in Figma. So for operating dark mode, what you need to do, you need to just click on the Figma icon. After that, go to preferences, and then you will find theme and click on dark. And boom, you will have your dark mode right away in Figma. So if you talk about the canvas, then you can directly change the color of your canvas from here. Just click the icon and then select color of your choice. For example, I am choosing this kind of dark color, then it's fine. Now your entire dark theme setup inside your Figma is ready to go. So this was our first update. Let's move further for our second update. So our second update is individual strokes. So for example, if you draw one rectangle and give it a nice dark gray color, and now if you wanted to add a stroke for this rectangle but only for one side, for example you wanted to get stroke on the right side only, you don't want to get stroke at bottom, top or left. So for that, Figma have introduced new feature called as inside stroke. You will click on here and it will give you the ability to select the particular side on which you need one stroke. So for example, I'm selecting the right one. After that, you can directly change the color and you will have your stroke at only one side. Before this update, if you wanted to do that, then you have to like play around with inner shadow, but now it's not the case. Figma have added this new feature, and of course you can play around with its width and kind of thing. So let's move further with our third update. So the next update is negative spacing. So what do I mean by that? So for example, you are having 4 circles like this and you wanted to set it like this, after that this come for and this and kind of thing you need. I think you get the idea. So for that, now Figma has a new feature called as negative spacing. Like if you wanted to set all the element like this, so what you can do, you can just make the auto layout of it, and after that you can just give the value into negatives. For example, if you give the value like this, then you can have output like this. So that's, I think, a great feature to have, because if you want to utilize the auto layout, then this kind of feature can help us a lot. So the next thing is, as you can see, the last element is on the top, but you don't need that. You need first element on the top and last to be last. So for that, Figma has added another feature called as canvas stacking. So you just select the first on top and you will have your desired outcome. So it's crazy, isn't it? So this kind of feature Figma have added, and this thing brings me to another update like ordering system. So for example, if you can see here, it is ellipse 1, ellipse 2, ellipse 3 and ellipse 4. But before that update, ellipse 1 supposed to be here rather than ellipse 4, but Figma have changed it to ease of use, so which is also a great thing for us. So let's move further with our next update. So the next feature is Truncate Text. So let me explain you via giving one example. So for example, you go to these 3 dots, after that click on this button, and after that whenever you resize your text, then it will be like this 3 dot will come. Whenever you will have lack of space, then it will convert the text automatically to this 3 dot, which would be a lot more usable in UI thing. So that's another update from Figma. So let's move further with the next one. So the next and the biggest update of Figma is auto layout. So for example, now if you wanted to utilize the auto layout, then for example, let's create one simple button. So now as we have our button ready, so let's convert it to the auto layout. So for that, click on this frame and shift A and you will have your auto layout. And this thing is pretty awesome. For example, as you can see here, we are having custom layout to add padding in auto layout with this visual effect. So with help of this, you can directly increase the padding of your element using this bar, which is so much useful and better than the previous version, because before that we need to handle it from here, which is not that much convenient for us, but this layout make much more sense than that. So which is great thing which Figma have done for us. And also if you can look at here, then we are having entire new layout. For example, if you wanted to be in center or left alright, you can do it from here, and you can directly edit the horizontal padding from here and vertical padding from here, which is differentiated from each other from now. And if you wanted to do each one in separate, then it is also possible. Just click on this icon and you will have left padding, top padding, right padding and bottom padding separate, and you can directly edit it from here, which is very helpful, I will say. So let's make button proper first of all. And another thing is they have added the hug content and fixed width into the frame arrangement rather than having in Autolayout. They have shifted the entire section from Autolayout to the transform menu, which is also good. And another update in Autolayout is absolute positioning. Let me explain you what I mean to say. For example, we are having this little blob here. Basically, I want this round to be here, right? So for example, if I wanted to do it with Autolayout, then it is pretty hard, because if I add it here, then it would be here, but I don't need it here. I want it here, which is not possible in Autolayout. But for that, I have another feature called as absolute position, which you will find here. If you click this button, then it will allow you to put this button anywhere you want with any size, and it would be also inside the auto layout frame, which is great. You can directly move around the thing and it would be together. So this was the pretty much update about the auto layout. So let's move further with some huge updates. So another huge update is related to Smart Animate, and this time they have given us huge update, really huge, inside Smart Animate, and believe me, this will change the way you prototype. So let me give you a small demo of that. So for example, you want some effects, like for example, if any user clicks on pizza, it should be presented in a nice way, like it should be like a little bit bouncier and huge and kind of thing. So let's make it possible with this new feature. So for doing that, you need to click on Smart Animate. After that, we are having bunch of new feature here, like gentle, quick, bouncy, slow and custom spring. So basically all of these are different kind of animation which you can perform with this prototype. So here I am selecting the custom spring, which is the biggest update of Figma. So what you can do with this is you can set the timer of that, and after that you can have a look at how it will look in prototype. So I am increasing the value of that, like increasing the bounciness of it. So after that you can see like how it will look after this kind of thing. But I don't need the 1397 milliseconds, so I can make it less from here. And now as you can see, our little and custom animation is being ready. And believe me, we can do a lot of things with us. For example, if you move the value very high, then you will have this kind of effect, right? So don't do it until and unless you need it, right? So let's make it normal again. And yeah, I think I need a little bit of delay and more bounciness. So let's do it. So after playing around a little bit with Spring, I have got what I want, and let me show you how it can look in your actual prototype. So for example, if you have decided like this is kind of thing you need, then what you need to do, just after that, click on pizza and let me rotate it a little bit, and let me also make it a little bit bigger so you can actually differentiate the changes which we are making. And also let me do the same effect for it, but in reverse order. So here you can see we are having our prototype ready, and let's click on the pizza. Wow, here you can see this kind of animation we are getting with using only spring animation. So you can see like how powerful alone spring is. So this is how we can utilize the spring in lot of other area. So we can use this kind of animation for a lot of stuff. So that was the update for Smart Animate. I hope you liked this update. So one small but useful update is adding file to the favorite files. This is the new feature which we have got recently from Figma. So for example, this file, I use this file a lot. So what I can do, I can just click on the start button and that will be added into my favorite file section, and I can access this file whenever I want in a quicker way, which make a lot of difference in day-to-day life and also save our noticeable time. So yep, that was some recent update which I wanted to give you. I know there are some updates which is remaining, but it is not possible to include all the updates together in single video. So if you think this video have added some value into your life, then please consider to like this video and subscribe to this channel would be great, and let me know in the comment section what do you think about this update, and if Figma is missing something, then please let us know in comment. And that's all for today guys. See you in the next one.